We are moving. If you're on live stream and just joining us,
over here more.
We're figuring this out just as much as you are.
Like
if this is working, welcome to season 2 of Shanahanigans Live. We're carefully watching the screen, make sure it's happening.
Yeah, maybe the best way is see if the chat's working. Is the chat even...
Let's see if the chat's working. We got the chat open. And this is the big deal. Okay, we got Chris J. Mark saying boo.
Okay.
All right, it's a good start. That sounds like our show.
Yeah, sound like our people.
Okay. We got another. Wait, this is hello guys. We got what? Why do I have this drop down menu?
There is a lag. We're watching this lag happen because the thing's going on.
All right, let's try that again. Did any of you guys see a commercial when this first started? That's my very first question to you guys. Did we waste our breath being like, hey, we're gonna have a whole new show, no commercials, it's gonna be great. So you guys just tell us if there's been any commercials. About to do some comic work on Priceless, says
excellent.
Adriana.
Princeless.
And it's Chris the host. Wait, what'd I say? Chris J. Mark. Adriana says no. No ads, no ads. Alright, it's a success.
Good.
It's a success.
Oh, this is working.
Welcome to Shanahanigans Live once again, and it's season 2, and when a new season comes by, there's got to be new upgrades and advancements. Check out this bad boy Katie's rocking.
Yeah. I got an arm, a Cintiq arm, so this helps me make my Cintiq a little bit more ergonomic. Friendly, is that a word? Yeah, and then I can actually rotate it around too, and it makes drawing so much easier. And I can sit it over here now, and we're not all squished in the back when I need to draw digitally. So this is very helpful. I love this thing.
This means a few things. This is actually going to change the show quite dynamically because originally when we were just using Ustream, we kind of had Katie would only be able to really draw on paper and on table. But now with this being a lot more simpler to mess around with. Katie's going to be able to show you demos because we also have this. What? I need power.
I'm away.
We have two controls, so we're like messing with each other. Because we also have this schmancy fancy.
Yeah, we can do.
Look at that! It's like there's a desktop right there.
Wait, where's the camera?
The camera's there. Season 2 off to a good start.
Right, yeah, over there.
So we can actually give you guys some even more way in-depth Katie drawing things on the computer. This will be grand and great and amazing. So I hope you're all amazingly impressed.
I am very excited.
Isn't that fancy? And there is also the only one catch so far that we've noticed with live stream is there's a bit of a delay comparatively, I think, to Ustream. So as an example,
watching us live, but actually
I think we're like there's a 20-second delay. So let's try to prove this fact. So as an example, I'm gonna say a word. We need to.
Well, we could just say what time it is for us right this second.
Okay.
Oh, but everybody's clock.
Everyone's in a different time. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay. So Chris the host, you're here, right? See, I'm not even gonna wait for a response because I know there's a delay. You're here. The second I say, give me a word. What we got?
Pressure.
Pressure? Pressure.
Yeah.
Alright, no, hat. Hat's easier.
Hat?
The second I say the word hat, I want you to type and enter hat on the chat.
Yeah, we want to see how.
And we'll see how long it actually takes to show up. So 3, 2, hat.
Yeah.
There's also like major regrets with this because if we say something and we're like, oh no, that was a dumb thing, and it's going to take 20 seconds for them to hear it. All right, we got a hat.
Okay, so it's maybe.
What would you think that was? How long was that?
Half a minute? No,
half a minute?
Not even.
Not half a minute?
10 seconds. I think there's a 10-second.
Maybe 10 seconds. All right, everyone's saying that now. Oh, jeez. Okay. All right. So this is going to be very interesting for all of us, for everyone. It is a learning process. I hope the sign-in process with live stream wasn't too cumbersome for you guys.
That was the only thing I was worried that people would be like, ah.
Yeah, but you have to sign in the chat anyway, even with Ustream, I believe. Maybe. And the other thing was, in previous episodes, way back in the beginning, we used a little software called Cam Twist. This allowed us to use that as a source. It was basically an in-house editing studio. And we could have gone to camera 1, camera 2, camera 3, and desktop and stuff, even on Ustream. Stopped working for some reason. Could not fix it. Katie recently upgraded her computer to Snow Leopard.
We're slow.
And now it works again. So if this doesn't work, we can potentially go back to Ustream, but with the advance of having Cam Twist. But then we're back in the ads, and not everyone has the ad blockers, except for you smart people. But if this does work fine. We can also actually use Cam Twist with this, alongside all these fancy schmancy options of whoa.
What just happened?
And whoa.
Wait, what does that even do?
Whoa.
Are they seeing this though, or is this just like?
I hope you guys saw all those effects.
Oh wait, do you have the stuff like the weird bullet hole effects and stuff? Like
no,
that?
that's Cam Twist. Because right now we're just using vanilla, basic live stream, and it's actually pretty cool so far.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys enjoy it. And do you have anything in mind what you're working on today?
It's going to be an Indiegogo commission.
Okay.
I think I'm going to tighten up one, and then I'm going to start another that needs to be drawn. So I'm going to start tightening up the first one. I'm just organizing the files here. So you have to warn me before you start grabbing the mouse.
That is true.
Because then suddenly you're just scribbling all over my commission over there. And
the problem is
save.
we do have a 2-screen setup, but like the video stuff's on this screen, Katie's art's on this screen, but there's only like, and we have 2 controllers. We have a mouse and a pen, but there's only 1 mouse on the computer. So we'll be fighting with these. Let's the best host of the show win.
We should make that like our logo.
Was this like a Mortal Kombat kind of thing?
Swirling it around.
It's like versus.
Why are we fighting?
I don't know.
Stop it!
Did I move it again? I'm sorry. All right. Well, we can show you guys. All right. For you guys who watch Sword Art Online, what's their faces? Loser main character and what's her face lady. They have these. I'm not selling it great. No. They have these special moves when like they go switch, and basically one would do a combo, then they go switch, and the other one comes in. Yeah. And then we gotta do that. So switch.
Okay.
I didn't mean to peek that.
Yeah, that just exploded.
And there we go.
Well, there's nothing happening yet.
Oh, I thought you were doing something.
No. I was trying to get
switch.
People don't need to watch me find the files. It's just I was trying to find it and you started moving things.
We're going to be having way too much fun with this software.
It's going to take all day for me to open the file.
It's like, well, we're at the end of the show and Katie finally opened the Photoshop file.
Your commission will be done in 10 years.
Let's talk a little about it. The process of finding a file. How you guys doing? The chat's over here too, so we can take a look-see at it and say what's up with you. It's good to hear from you guys. It's good to get suggestions of stuff to talk about. Because some days of the week, we spend all the days working and we don't live and we have nothing to talk about because we don't live. Not saying there's nothing to talk about in this episode, but just saying might be nothing to talk about in this episode.
You don't have anything to talk about in this episode?
I don't know if I lived this week.
Oh, dang. Well, you did come over and fall asleep on my couch.
Yeah, today was a miserable day. I
felt kind of bad waking up so late, but I was like, he's serious. He'll wake himself up. And I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm remembering when I used to live at home, and then Mom would be like, your bus for university is leaving. You have to get out of the house now.
Yeah.
Every time, and you'd be like, oh, that's cool. And you make it, and she'd be stressed out.
Yeah, I still manage. But no, it's just today. I don't know if I'm getting down with the sickness or whatnot. But like, I was just at work, every muscle, my body was sore, I got a headache and stuff. And something I had to do that should have taken me half an hour basically took me the whole day. So I was just like, I couldn't focus, and I just wanted to come over, just not to talk, just to sleep on your couch.
People just want to sleep on my couch.
And then you moved me to a different room because you had company, and it's unbecoming to have a
Jerry's
gentleman sleeping on your couch.
The thing is, like, I'm not that hung up about appearance, so if, Jerry and his friends come over and you're on the couch, I mean, that's fine. But then I'm like, they're having a conversation, you got your arm over your head. Like, oh yeah, this is my brother who's passed out with his crap everywhere. So I figured also if they want to come and have a conversation, maybe it's nicer if you are in the room. But it's like, I've got the apron on, I'm doing dishes, and you're just like passed out on this couch.
I was done. I could not. Ugh. Could not. Actually, quick question. Let me just double check to make sure
what are you doing?
We're doing everything. Oh, sorry. Switch! Why do I keep doing that? Mixer. Do you guys hear us good? We just want to make sure because we got this new fancy schmancy audio mixer set up that live stream provides us with, where we see our levels. I'm definitely louder than you.
Well, should I move this closer then?
Oh, not to me. Heaven forbid.
To me.
I'll just move closer to you.
Yeah.
Cool. Just you guys tell us if everything's good. Because any comments and complaints, well, hopefully no complaints, but throw them our way, and we'll accommodate because that's what we do. Hosting shows. Yes, very clear. Good.
Oh, I just read something about puppets.
What?
They're
I'm heading to a stop motion festival. Is that it?
Yeah.
So Sarah says I'm heading to a stop motion festival on Friday, and they will have Paranorman and Coraline puppets. Very cool. Very cool. They had the Frankenweenie puppets at a fan expo, and I did not see them because I was stuck in a lineup for 2 hours in a tunnel
I'm
did not get in. So that's my story. How was the Fan Expo's puppet display?
It was cool. Am I reading loudish nowish?
Yeah.
Okay.
As long as you're in the
It's
yellow.
just because of the time lag. I'm like, am I still quiet? I don't know what's
in the
going on.
past.
Hat! What's going on? Okay. It was great. They had a whole, they probably did this at all the Comic-Cons, but they had like the section, the square of space, if you will, sectioned off where you walk in, and there's dioramas set up with all the Frank and Weenie characters. So there's the one set where it's like the kitchen, so it's all the kitchen set, and then it's like, I think the mom's at the counter, and the kid and the dad are at the table, and it's all black and white and gray, and it's just all the sets are there, and it's really cool.
Okay.
And then there's like the classroom with all the interesting looking characters, and this teacher that I think you really like, because it's very...
I may go see it. I haven't seen it yet. I may see it this Sunday. So it's
just that interesting design.
I wasn't really in a terrible rush to see it. I don't know why. Like it's a weird movie because it just kind of showed up and then was in theaters right after. It was just like, guess what, guys? Frank and Weenie's being made. I'm like, oh, will it be out like in 2 years? Because animation takes a while. I was like, no, it's out tomorrow. And you're like, oh, that's interesting. It just kind of showed up all of a sudden.
Well,
all right.
I mean, if you've been listening to animation blogs,
I wasn't.
I've seen it coming. See, I don't get it, because it's like you're like, Paperman is just promoting too much, and then these guys are like, oh, it's out now? Like, what is the perfect balance?
Yeah, just don't talk about it too much. Basically.
Mouse again.
Oh, sorry. Switch. I'm adjusting levels. Sorry. Have you opened a folder yet?
Yeah.
Have you gotten to a folder?
Draw.
Are you drawing?
Yes.
Should we show them what you're drawing?
Yeah, we can show the rough.
All right, switch. And go.
Okay.
All right.
So this is for Maxwell, and it's his character from one of those bomber games.
Like Bomberman, or what do you mean?
No, not Bomberman. What is the character?
How many other bomber games are there?
Dragon Quest or something?
How's that bomber related?
Wait, no, it's let me pull up the reference.
Okay.
I'm gonna need these.
In the meanwhile, Creedy Porter says, this is so strange. Is it strange that we're in a whole new world in Season 2? Because we also had to change our layout in here as well. Because Katie's on the floating computer now. Mm-hmm. The computer arm.
But this is the thumbnail that was approved, so I'm going to be working off of this and making it a bit more detailed. But I just have to grab my reference off my Gmail, so maybe switch so that people don't see me log into my Gmail.
Oh.
Can we do that?
Oh, yeah, you can do whatever you want. But you have to do it on this screen. Oh, you want to do it on... Okay, switch!
Yeah.
Give me power!
I just have to find my reference.
And we're back. Just going quickly. Sarah says, my puppet making teacher is organizing the festival, actually, which is cool to know.
Oh, that's
awesome. That gives you direct hookups. You going to start singing, Shag? Am I? Why would I... With my... Actually, it's funny you mentioned that, but I'm not going to say why it's funny. No. It's very funny that you mentioned singing and me. Not going to say why, though. The punchline is delayed.
You made that great music video in
what?
grade school.
You shut your mouth. I try to forget that video exists.
It was really happy.
Yeah. Oh. It's one of the few... Alright, it's like you make some... you're young.
Yeah.
You make music videos of yourself for a school project for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
And you realize it's the worst thing ever, and then for some reason your teacher kept it and shows every student every other year, and then you find out about this, and then you just want to curl up in a corner.
I'm sorry.
That kind of thing happens sometimes. TV doing saying post it. No! Oh, man. That's not even the thing I was talking about. I was talking about something else that's coming up. These guys. Me singing. Really. Huh. Well, that part is true. But not. Wait. I'm not telling you guys anything else. But it is funny. In this. It's very funny.
Gosh.
Are you logged in? You're gonna start.
Give me some time. Give me like 1 minute.
This isn't gonna be a terribly long show either because I only really have I don't even know what time it is right now. I only have an hour to do.
Are you actually filming stuff tonight?
Yeah, I gotta go shoot some stuff tonight. Which I'm feeling better now though after a nap. A good nap helps everybody. I'm just saying.
Really use me for my couch.
That you belong to. Are people singing in the chat? What's going on?
Yeah, your ukulele song.
I know something. Oh, there it is. I didn't catch that. No, it has nothing to do with that. Is there anyone like new, like completely brand new to this show right now? I'm curious because like
we just kind of launched right into.
Yeah. Well, we didn't introduce nothing. Hi, that's Katie.
Hi.
She draws.
I do.
I sometimes write a thing or two. Speaking of which, you recently posted there's some You said you signed up for some book thingy today.
I did.
And, like, all these books were already there, or you uploaded those? Because you're like, oh, I'm listed as an illustrator.
Right.
And I went there, and, like, everything we've ever done was there. And I'm like, what? Who made this page?
No, that was, it's Goodreads, and I didn't really know too much about it, but it's kind of like a social reading group.
Yeah.
So it's you have buddies on it, and you see what everyone's reading.
Yeah, Silly Kingdom has, like, reviews on there.
Yeah, somebody made a Silly Kingdom.
Yeah, and it's all tied to you.
Really
like, I went to your
nice.
page, and it's like, Flight, Silly Kingdom.
Well,
like, what?
it's not a page I made, but I'm listed as an author, so if you go to my name, it's all the books that I've been associated with by whichever librarian added my name. So, or someone who has an account that can do that. So, yeah,
Weird.
That's cool.
I didn't read them all, but I saw briefly ones like, if you like graphic novels, you owe it to yourself to read Silly Kingdom. I'm like,
so
whoa.
Nice.
That's cool. So check out Goodreads. I didn't give it too much time yet, but but I like live streams. They're fun. So sorry.
Good.
I've seen the show a few. For Your Horse's Fish.
Good.
You guys can all like introduce yourselves in the chat because you better get used to each other. Because this is our tight knit group. We're gonna continue on to the new year bravely. And the other cool thing is, well, maybe it's not cool. Let me think for this a second. We want to start like integrating like intro sequence and stuff. But unfortunately, we got to figure out how to get. It's gonna be so complicated because basically we got to be able to get the audio for whatever plays on the computer out of the computer into a mixing board, mix that with our live audio, and then that goes back into the computer to go into the stream. So if we were to play, if we have to show you guys a video reference or something, it's a whole to do. Like, I don't know if there's a way to natively. If you guys know more about live stream, tell us, and we'll like make the show even better. What do you got? Files are showing up in the chat.
Sorry, I'm on the spot.
Yeah. You lost our preview screen.
Did
No, this is the other one because there's two preview screens.
Oh.
There's a hidden one behind it. No.
That
there,
one?
that one.
But I lost the chat.
Yes, now you lost the chat.
Okay, where's the chat? There.
There, perfect.
Wait.
I bring that one up. All right,
That's
guys.
what you did. Okay.
Exactly.
Clever.
What else is going on?
I'm getting the hang of this.
Are you?
Wait.
Do you have anything in the show?
Nah. I've honestly been.
We're like hyping them up so much. We're like, guys, we got a floating centipede.
Well, I mean,
you're gonna learn so much art today.
I mean, this season. So, this is like an introduction. It's what we're going to be talking about.
Well, over the next year, I'm going to be, gushing over Gravity Falls. What else am I going to talk about? I'm going to hate a couple movies, probably.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back and reflect upon musicals that offended me. What else is going to come up this year? We're going to have a contest, I'm thinking, at the end of the month. It's going to be announced, and the way to win is to like our Facebook page. I don't know why that made me cough. Definitely, that's going to happen too. Actually, segue. Check out the contest over at our Facebook page for Shanahanigans. All you got to do is like it, and you're already involved. If you already like the page, which you should, you're already in. And I, as always, if you know my history of how I pick contest winners, I've got a completely convoluted, contrived way of picking a winner. And it's going to be fun. You might learn a thing or two. Adriana Blake says Gravity Falls, yes. Has a new episode come out yet? The last one we saw was Summer Ween.
That was cute.
Did you watch that one?
Oh, no. Wait, no, I watched the convenience store one.
Yes, that's a different one. We had a mini Gravity Falls marathon recently. How recently?
Fun.
Monday. Yeah. And here's the thing. I've rewatched episode 1 and 2 of Gravity Falls so many times because I've showed... Every time I introduce someone else to the show, I can't skip to like episode 3. So like, I've seen... I can almost like... I'm not going to try. But I can like recite episodes 1 and 2, or at least give you the beats per minute kind of thing. So, I know it too well. But we finally got to move on to rewatch episode 3 I haven't seen in a while, which was... Was it the Wax Museum one was 3 or was that 4?
Yeah.
I think the ones coming up are like Dipper versus Manliness, Double Dipper, something involving the president. There's some good episodes coming up. That's all I gotta say.
So, what have you been up to this week?
I don't know.
When did I see you last?
Monday.
Yeah, jerk. But you came over. We're gonna do story stuff, and then we ended up watching
Gravity Falls. So nothing happened. That being said, Sunday was a huge writing day. The most I've ever written in one sitting in like my life. It was kind of weird, but it just came out of nowhere. I went to the new Silver Snail in Toronto. Have you ever been to Toronto, Canada? we have this world famous comic shop called Silver Snail, which moved recently from its Queen location because the building was like 135 years old and decrepit, and is now in the Yonge and Dundas Square area, which is very, touristy, and so, that's great for them. They have access to like so many off the street, people just to be like, oh, what's this comic shop? Yeah. It's in a movie theater too, so if like Kick-Ass or Batman comes out, they can have a cross promotion. It's crazy. And to top it off, they now have a coffee shop inside it. So going back to Kick-Ass, if you remember watching Kick-Ass and you're like, oh man, they're in a comic shop and drinking lattes? Where is this wondrous place? It's in Toronto now. Because I had my Nutella latte.
Oh, I'm so happy to have
hanging out with Spider-Man. He was there. And Batman. Ceiling was a little drippy, but they're fixing that. But, and the thing was, I was just there, me and Buddy Graham, we were there for like 2 hours just talking, just catching up and just going over comic stuff, videos and things like that. And it was such a...
See, that's what comics are supposed to be about. It's comic shops bringing it together.
Yeah.
Comic shops and friendship and coffee and warm feelings.
That hasn't been my experience largely, because it's like, you expect like the comic shop experience. We kind of talked about this briefly.
We talked about that Yelp review where that person was really upset if they didn't get the
the treatment they wanted at a comic shop. It's
red
like,
carpet
he rolled his eyes and didn't talk to me about my favorite comics. How unwelcoming. And the sign said no food. Ugh. That wasn't a previous episode.
I'm all for, I'd love it if everybody could be pleasant, but people don't have to be super nice all the time. I guess it's like you're there to buy a comic. You're not necessarily there for chits and chats. So, but it's bonus, of course, when you want to hang out at a comic shop.
But I feel like
you want to give your patronage.
Having the coffee shop in the comic shop kind of.
Well, they're not going to be rude if there's a coffee shop. It's like, yeah.
I'm thinking of it more like it brings back to like the. I was gonna say like the Greek bathhouses, but maybe that's an odd example. But the point is, it's a place
that is perfect.
It's a sausage fest for dudes chat. That's basically. But no, it's kind of like it's cool to have a comic shop with a coffee shop in it, or like some sort of food establishment, because you buy your books and then you just sit down. And you either read them to yourself or you like talk about what's coming up and hang out with your friends. I'm like, I like this. It's a little out of my way to go there, but like because everyone I know lives nowhere near there anymore, so we really got to plan it. Be like. Casual conversation at a coffee shop scheduled at this time.
Yeah.
But it's cool just to be like, that was good coffee. Let's go look at comics. When else can you do that in the span of like 2 minutes? You usually have to like run down the street from a comic shop to, see coffee.
Well, I'm excited for them.
Yeah, so it's awesome. So if you guys haven't checked it out, do definitely do that. But basically what I'm alluding to from all this was after like a 2-hour conversation at a comic shop, I was just like, like I was infused. Good. I also walked by the kids table where they had a copy of Amulet and an art book for Guardians of the Christmas Galaxy. What's it called? It's Guardians.
Legend of the Guardians?
Is it?
The Christmas Galaxy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Legend of the Guardians.
Avengers Assemble Christmas style.
Yeah,
What's it called? It's okay. Whichever one that is.
Holiday Avengers.
Holiday Avengers. They had the art book. It was just kind of neat because I'm like, oh, the kids table has work from 2 people I know. It's sort of.
Yeah, we know those people.
There wasn't any kids there, so it wasn't creeping anyone out. Being like,
just talking to these kids.
But it's just it's a cool store, and they have a bunch of portal guns from the game.
Oh,
unfortunately, they don't have the original one from Chell, like the blue and the orange. It's the co-op one.
The white and blue one, right?
So yeah, it's one that's like the 2 hues of blue and the white are the orange and reddish colors. So if you're going co-op cosplaying.
Was it Idnis
Atlas.
who was at a wedding on the weekend who had like a giant companion cube pinata?
Oh, maybe. I think I remember that.
I think she sent us a tweet. That was really cool.
That was cool. I like when that stuff happens at weddings.
Yeah. Well, cool your buddies had that at their wedding. They had the 2 swords from God of War.
Yeah, they cut the cake each with one of the blades of the God of War chained blades. So the bride and groom both had a slice. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, there's stuff like that works. It's just like subtle, but it's adorable. Yeah. And then you have a dinosaur wedding that Katie went through, so there you go.
That was awesome.
Sometimes you just gotta have a dinosaur wedding.
I love dinosaur wedding. That was the best.
There's lots of good themed weddings out there. How do we get to weddings?
I don't know.
Where was I? Oh yeah, back to this now. So anyway, long story short, after that I just went home, and it was like maybe 4 or 5 o'clock. I just started writing, and then I wrote till 4 in the morning. I slept then the next day. But it was just like, I was so charged. I wrote like the first episode of a new web series I've been working on for a while now. We're gonna be shooting it maybe in the spring. Who knows?
Cool.
Keep you guys posted on that. But what else did we do? I wrote some reviews and rants. One for Gravity Falls and one for Sword Art Online. I was debating whether to use it as a new feature for this show.
I wonder what that was actually, because we share the same Google Docs, and sometimes on my side I have my business finances, so I go on to write stuff, and then it's like the first thing is Gravity Falls is the best show ever. And I'm like, is this a thing, or is he
this
just
important?
making notes?
He's just like writing down his love for the show in our shared
everywhere.
folder.
I'm like, it's over.
Well, I moved it out of that folder because I might be using it just for YouTube and that. But I was considering making a new segment for this show where I would have like a prepared kind of, rant or speech,
cool.
and a slideshow that I then tap through in real time. But to have one of those ready for each week, I doubt I'd be able to do it. So it's just, it was kind of fun to do. But I wrote that. I wrote a pitch for an anthology. I wrote a couple other things, and it was just like, for the longest time, I've always had these frustrations when starting to write for like the day. It's just like antsy, and I'm always checking Facebook or something like that. It's just like, but I was so focused this day. It was the best day, and like, even this show's coming up. I'll give you the hint. It involves giant robots. But just writing the first episode, originally it was kind of just like, doop-de-doo, this is going to be a goofy story. But then I just kept writing, and then she got serious, and there was emotions and stuff. I'm like, what is happening? It's like, I'm raw and real all of a sudden. What is this? So I'm looking forward to making this show, if I can. I do want to. It's going to be entirely low budget, so it is highly possible for me to do it. I think you guys will enjoy it. I can't chat, it seems, says Cooper Design.
Oh.
Which he said to chat.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm not sure how that worked then.
It might be glitching.
Just brace yourself, guys. Like, not everything here is perfect. There's going to be some bugs that we have no way to fix.
That we'll just complain about.
We'll just ignore it, hope they go away, kind of deal. Like, do keep us posted if anything goes weird, if audio glitches out, if your video freezes or something, and we'll bear that in mind and weigh the pros and cons of Ustream and live stream, which is iStream, Ustream. I touched the mouse. I'm sorry. Did anything move?
No.
All right, quick switch.
Okay.
Switch back.
Okay.
Perfect. Is there anything to show? We have this amazing technology.
Yeah. Well, I'm just tightening it up. Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, switch. And whoa!
Cool. So it's these dudes. Do you know these characters?
From what?
It's a video game.
Which one?
I don't know.
Oh wait, no.
Mad Bomber. No.
What's Mad Bomber?
I have no idea.
Never. Hold on, switch. Let's bring us back in here so I can look confused and you can see it. Huh.
Okay.
Don't know what it is.
Okay.
But I'm glad you do.
I don't. It was just I had to search up the reference.
Look at that too. You get to see a little yellow outline where the drawing is. That's fun. That's exciting.
Oh, weird. Why is it doing that? Oh, that's my pen.
Yeah, that's your pen.
That is cool.
Yeah, see? That's fun.
Huh.
Ustream don't do that? No, don't? You guys haven't had any ads yet, right? Just checking. I want to make sure these guys are telling the truth when they're like, ad-free, buddy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like right now we're on the completely free version, which is also why you guys gotta log in. Sorry about that. But the features of like going to the next level, like $50 a month or something like that, is you have to, or you get to be able to actually like name your URL. So for the next while, until we make mad money doing something, our URL will continue to be 1612197 or whatever it was.
Sucky of them.
1648991.
Do that.
Well, because they charge you for those kind of features.
It's like, oh, you want to have a name where people can find you? $50 a month.
Well, technically, if you go to the live stream main page and start typing Shan, we're the first thing that comes up, which is awesome. Because I thought like every time I look up Shanahanigans, I'm always finding like a football term because Coach Shanahanigans.
He's so grateful that we've got this going on.
We finally pushed him down a few levels. He's like, hide my shame, kids. It's like, yeah, but so we won't really, we'll be messing around with whatever we can, trying to upgrade the page and make it look nice. But beyond that, with that being said, there seems to be more viewers than followers. So do you have to sign in?
I don't think so.
Oh wait, no, maybe you guys just didn't follow,
just
but you're watching. You should follow the show, eh? You get all the updates. Just saying. Just saying. How you guys doing? Now I can see. Wait, you can see what? The chat. Cooper, you good? Are we all good? No ads? No ads? I want a Cintiq. Creep Orbis wants a Cintiq. Is that the modern Bomberman? Is a question asked. I don't think so. Because they already tried that, and then they stopped. Because they're like, we're making Super Bomberman for the Xbox. He has to look like Master Chief, because it's the Xbox.
Oh, come on. Bomberman's
and you're like,
cute.
but he's precious. And they're like, no. The mainstream audience, despite Pokemon being the most popular thing ever, don't like cute. So Bomberman is Master Chief because it's Xbox.
Right.
And that game failed, so they went back to the regular Bomberman, who's cute. And he goes, Bomberman! If you guys ever played, back when the DS first came out, I had the Bomberman game for that. And it had like 12-player multiplayer or 6-player, something like that, on one cartridge. And this was like an early title. And that was awesome because you just got anyone at a convention or an event to walk around and just like join in. And
Yay!
2 screens of people running around. Like, that was such a novelty at the time. Like, the whole wireless multiplayer was really fun. Speaking of Pokemon, says Fish Estrella. Here we go. What's it gonna be? Oh, nah, never mind.
What?
I was so excited for half a second. I was on bated breath. Fine, I'll take over for you. Speaking of Pokemon.
What about Pokemon?
Yesterday my friend Chantel was over and she read the comic book out loud for me while I was editing. It was great.
That was cute.
So she got to be Pikachu. The comic's actually really good. I'm not talking about like Pokemon Adventures or Hug a Clefairy or whatever those are called. There was a series that came out right when the animated series was on TV. And it basically the exact same plot, but so much funnier, better, well written, cooler characters. Well, Viz released the series and it was like, originally it's just called Pokemon, but then each incarnation they call like Electric Pikachu Bagaloo and Pikachu Strikes Back. And there's only about, 16 chapters, and it kind of covers the whole like first season of the anime. But it's just like, the writing was hilarious, the action was intense, there was some weight to it, like where the series is just, oh, hey Pikachu, I'm just gonna catch this Pokemon. This manga, you didn't hear that voice at all. Because it was really cool, and he's like, Pikachu! And he's bleeding,
so
and
nice.
he's like, ah! And like, Team Rocket was amazing, like there's one...
They're amazing in the show, too.
Oh, they are, but they're even better here, because there's one scene where they basically defeat Ash mentally.
Oh, yeah.
Because they're like, we were just like you, Ash, when we were young. We were way into Pokemon. We kept skipping school and failing.
Going on adventures.
And and now you're becoming just like us. And he's like, no!
We are your future. And he's just so broken, and they're laughing.
We defeated him with our patheticness, kind of thing. And it was just a really funny series.
I like this.
There's a shot of like Ash crashing through a window, like coming to the rescue. He's like, sorry, I'm so late. And the little girl's like, you broke my house. Like, it was just rapid fire and really funny. And if you haven't got a chance to check it out, it's a little tricky to find. You might be able to get it on eBay. I luckily found like one volume randomly at a comic shop. But the first volume was just like Green and Ash and Pikachu doing things. And then there's like Pikachu surfing and stuff. So see if you can find it. If I knew the name of the author and the artist, I would tell you. But it was definitely way better than the series. Says they actually bleed in the manga. Yeah, man, there's one with like this friggin' like the Pokemon are intimidating because if you consider an Onix, it's this giant friggin' rock snake who could kill you. That's the end of the sentence.
Well, I mean, Magikarp grows up to be a friggin'
and that thing Gyarados or whatever, and that thing's terrifying. And Misty's just riding it, but it's got these like huge friggin' teeth. Like they're serious. Like even like the friggin' big bird characters with the big claws. Like, there's one where, like, Ash is getting all cut up from the face. I'm not saying that's the reason that's cool, because there's blood. Yeah,
there was blood in that movie.
But
didn't like it.
Which movie?
Where it's like, oh, they all have to fight each other.
No, because the movie was stupid. That's the difference. The movie was just like, Pokemon shouldn't fight like this! And they're like, Pikachu slapping Pikachu. He's like, it should be in a controlled environment where
make all the profit.
I can win the trophy
Serious.
And be the very best.
Yeah.
That was an awful movie.
And then they forgot at the end. They learned a good lesson.
They learned absolutely nothing because all their memories got wiped.
Mewtwo's like,
awful.
battles are good.
Mewtwo's like, we gotta keep this franchise going, so we have to forget all the heartwarming facts that we learned today. We cannot stop them from fighting Pokemon.
I don't know if I like this.
Like, good job, Mewtwo. Those things weigh thousands of pounds. Emerge is so hot here. Emerger? What's going on?
Imager.
Imager?
That's
Emerger?
What's Imager?
Jane, what's Emerger?
What's going on?
What's happening?
Jane, how's Yaoi-con?
Yeah, how was Yaoi-con? Was it Yaoi?
Was it
good?
Meowie?
We can keep doing this. Was it...
Who else has more puns?
Zapiowie? How was it, Gene? Save us from this cycle of puns. Or we can suggest them as their catchphrase for next year. Like a banner. Like, Yaoi Zowie Con. And you're like...
Creepy clown.
It's a clown on the cover. It's like, why is there a Yaoi clown? I don't like it. He's the worst mascot. Yaoi Con was a feast of the flesh.
Oh my.
Of the... I'm trying to think of like dirty ways but clean ways to say it. Nah. I'm done. The feast! Did you guys go to Montreal Comic Con? Katie did.
I was there for the Joe Shuster Awards, but I wasn't there for the con itself.
Okay.
I went with we were mostly there. I went with my fiance, and we were mostly there just to look around, and it was kind of like we were mostly just touristing, so we showed up in the last maybe
when the category was announced.
Yeah.
It's
so
like,
I mean, we
the
walked
winner.
around and said hey, and then went to the Schuster Awards. So I didn't check it out too much, but it looked really good. It was a nice building. Apparently it's a building that doesn't exist.
Oh.
Like the address doesn't exist. But it's cool because it's all color glass on the windows when you go up to it. And it's a nice looking convention building.
Okay.
But I'm sure it was good. Good.
Yeah. What was the last con I went to? Because I didn't get in the Fan Expo. Katie and Jerry should have gone to Yaoi Con.
We should have.
Well, I can't say I have like a favorite Yaoi that I can like list off the top of my head right now.
No.
But hey, if you can suggest anything, there we go. Hardgay would have liked him. Oh wait, KJ. Hardgay was there? Or was it like a guy dressed as Hardgay?
I love Hardgay.
There's good cosplays doing that. That con happened. What else happened? There was did Ape already happen? Down in San Francisco?
Ape was last weekend.
Last weekend. Anyone go to Ape? Or is anyone at Ape? Still, well, they went to
They're still stuck somewhere.
They didn't let me out.
Someone was stuck in the bathroom at 8.
That could happen.
I heard it was good.
Yeah, I enjoyed Ape. It was a good time.
I loved 8 when we were there. It was fun.
I miss it. It was fun. It was a good con.
Yeah, I wish we could have done it again.
But like, there seem to be so many cons. Basically, there's websites out there where you can just be like, "What con's happening?" And there's a con like every weekend, so you guys have no excuse not to go to cons. There's one in every town.
Well, I think Canzine was this past.
Oh, I didn't go.
Yeah, I feel
no excuse not to go.
You know, I enjoyed it, but I do feel it's maybe more
zine-ish,
artsy art. I sound so patronizing when I say that. More zine based and
like
crafty,
crochet mustaches.
Comic-Con. So I mean, we did okay at it, but I'd go to look, but I mean, we didn't do so good business wise. So maybe not that one again. But
well, that's what you do. You pick your battles, right?
It was fun. We met really cool people.
Yeah. Wait, was that the one where we were downstairs
cool
in the restaurant area?
Yeah, worked in the restaurant.
That was an awesome spot. I think we had the best seat. Because upstairs was so crowded and downstairs was kind of quieter, but we were right beside like the groceries and the restaurants and stuff. So we'd leave every 5 minutes and be like, "Organic soup, you say?"
Yeah, it was good.
Shish kebab, eh?
Blows the pants off of any convention that has just pizza.
Yeah.
Well, because at Fan Expo I was hungry and it was like line up for crepes, line up for crappy pizza.
Where else C2E2 had like, awesome pizza.
Well, Chicago just has good pizza.
Yeah, man, that's craziness. Money's a good excuse. It says in this. Okay, fine. Well, you could there's ways to sneak into a con. Just saying.
Yeah, volunteer.
Or dress up as a volunteer.
Or you could just volunteer.
Just wear a volunteer T-shirt. Make one if you have to, and be like, "Yeah, I'm here for the session on volunteering." And you're like, "All right, fine. Like, who's gonna stop you? Another volunteer? Try them." You might start doing cons and stuff next year. Any tips? Oh, there we go. Says, I might start doing cons and stuff next year. Any tips on what not to do? When you cross the border, don't tell them you have graphic novels.
When you cross the border, it might be best not to
mention anything.
Mention you have books because...
in fact, ship them first.
Ship
don't tell them you're going...
Your hotel. Yeah. Because if you are crossing the border and...
They will get you.
You're going to have to pay customs for selling stuff. So, yeah, maybe try and avoid that if you can, unless you're one of these giant companies that you do it super legitimately. I mean, we're still just starting to do this stuff, so there's a lot we have to learn, but, yeah.
Sarah is asking, what stuff doesn't sell. That's really based on the con.
Yeah, honestly, it depends on the con.
You will learn just by being there, but more independent cons along the lines of Ape, TCAF, VanCAF, they're insanely supportive because that's the reason why everyone is there. They're there for original, self-published books. Going to larger cons, like say a Fan Expo or anything with the term con in it, actually, often our experience has been like, we'll do all right, but people are there for the guests, for the big shows.
Yeah, and
not always, but like
for things they're interested in, they'll be more interested in like
the big flashy things.
Yeah, but like your in Artist Alley, like your edition of a drawing, a fan art.
So I'd say like a fan
versus
something with
say
con.
maybe a new project they haven't heard of, where it's like, oh, what's this? I don't know.
Yeah, like at IndieCon, you might do better with your original book, but at a con, convention, expo with those words in the title, often like your drawing of Wonder Woman will sell way better than anything else you have. Because that's what they're there for. People are there for kind of like the most mainstream. This isn't a rule or nothing. It's just something to be aware of. That unless you're wicked. All right, here's the other tip: be confident in selling your book, because you can win over people just by talking to them often, and by making them engaged, being friendly or being loud.
And this is something that is tricky for me, because I'm good if someone comes up to talk to me. I'm like, oh, awesome. But if someone's just kind of browsing and not making eye contact, like I'm not good at. Like I can, hey, how's it going? And they're like, oh, good, not looking. Like,
oh yeah, okay, they just don't want. Yeah, no.
But some people are really good at. Right? You come here and look at my hilarious comic. Like I can't.
Yeah.
Do that.
I can only do that in the last 5 minutes when I have nothing to lose.
Well, I have no shame.
And it's just like everyone needs to buy this. $5, you say yes, I would pay if I wasn't working the table that sells it.
Say, be friendly, smile.
Creepy Porpoise's hand out. Cheers.
Later, Creepy.
We'll be here next week. Gina's saying like different cons, like anime cons, prints will sell well.
Yeah.
Often people. I find anime cons, people really like just even if they don't know what it's based on or if it's original, they just like having a print or buttons. Whoops. Here's the major rule: buttons always sell. $2, go for it. Just to make the reboot button, make it badges from Pokemon, maybe elements from spells and stuff from like Skyrim. People go nuts for that. I bought like a Bioshock button because it had the bees. That was like my favorite move in the game, because you release the bees.
That's adorable.
Let's see, because the friendly thing, very true, says this. I've been turned down at buying things at cons because people behind the table were rude.
Yeah, and that's not cool. But sometimes, I don't know, it's tricky, because sometimes it's like, you're getting artists coming out of isolation of just drawing all day, so you're not good at dealing with people, so it's something you kind of have to just
where you learn,
because it's practice. You get better dealing with people by practicing and by and I mean, it's something I have to battle with too, but it's like shyness. It's like, well, what are you shy of? That they're going to think you're an idiot? Like, who cares? Just be friendly and just chat with the person.
Let me just set you guys straight through the great words of Anthony Del Cole from Kill Shakespeare.
Okay.
My man crush. Basically, nowadays, even at any level of doing comics, at being beginner and selling your staple bound, or being an independent contract from First Second or anything like that, you have to be your own salesman for this industry, because
no one else will.
You have the access to your Twitter, your Tumblr, your blogs, and the company just don't have the time and the budget to put behind your book. Like, they will publish it and put it in stores, but nowadays you are the one who's going to be promoting it, regardless. Like, maybe not so much with like a DC or whatever, but like a lot of the big like Oni Press and stuff, it's still really up to you to push your book. This is all like somewhere addressed by the guys from Kill Shakespeare, because that's what they did. Though they had the contract, I don't remember the company at the moment, I'm sorry, but they were the ones calling comic shops and be like, hey guys, guess what, we got this book coming out, you're going to want it. Like, they literally made over like 500 plus phone calls to comic shops across North America to be like, hey, you want this? They weren't relying on an email from their publisher to say, hey guys, you want this? Like, they were going out of their way to do it. Kill Shakespeare guy, Yaoi manga. What's going on? Gene wants to draw a shaggy Kill Shakespeare guy Yaoi manga.
Do it.
How about no?
Or just draw like a front cover.
Yeah, just the cover. But basically, you have to be your own salesperson, and in that respect, a con is a great place to practice, because people are at least there for comics. And you just gotta like learn just to chat up. Like, some people do like the compliment method, where it's like, "Oh hey, I love your Batman mask. Check out my comic." And they're like also you know.
So you thought they were actually complimenting you, but it was a scale.
I don't tend to go that route. I tend to just shout at people and be like, This is the best book ever? Of course I want to buy it. And then I pretend I didn't say that.
Oh, what'd you say? You want to buy my book?
Yeah,
But it's like, don't be a creepo
yeah.
either.
But like the words that kill me, like this is the one thing that I'll take forever when selling comics is at, you know, the bigger, more expo cons, the one in Chicago. The person was like on the fence to buy our book, but they're like,
yeah.
you know what? Like I you know, if I have any money left, I'll buy it.
Yeah.
That's one of the most painful sentiments because you know they just want to go off and buy like whatever Zelda had or
They don't want to have to feel guilty.
a photo shoot with Christopher Lloyd or something like that.
They want to have a good time, and you're making them sad.
Yeah, but it's just like for you, it's just
like,
like,
I wanna
oh,
have a good time.
I'm like their last resort purchase when they've got no money left.
But
They
you know
will
what? That year,
throw their
your stuff's just not
peasants.
for them, and then maybe
Yeah.
next year you'll come back with something more awesome.
Maybe, but just be aware of that. You know, people gauge like why people are there. So if you're at an independent comic convention, chances are you're going to do just swimmingly. If you're at a bigger con, you have to know the taste because having the same content at an anime con, expo, and an indie con, it's interesting to see what sells and what doesn't each time. Like it's going to be different every time, unless you have the most universally amazing content that everyone like Homestuck or something that everyone just wants to get on because Homestuck crosses. I haven't even
the thing
read any of
is
this yet.
we
I
have
watched it.
all these tips with like prints and stuff, but if you have like an awesome product, generally people are going to want to
Oh, yeah.
find it. But I mean, while you're working to figure that out, like these are generally pretty good tips.
Yeah, like granted, like I don't know the best answer for everything. We're all still learning, but like I'm just going to tell you what I've experienced, and that's what I experienced, and I can't lie about what I've experienced. Yeah, or more accurately, I can't like make. I'm trying to say how to word it. It's not that I can't lie. It's just like. You can't say what I'm saying is wrong because this is what we've run into. Mm-hmm. It may not apply to everyone, maybe you could say that. But this is what we've experienced in comics, and as such, it's a truth to me. It may not be a truth to everywhere you go. Maybe like even certain what city you're in will change. You know, what people's tastes are. Who knows? Mm-hmm. Who knows?
I just say go with the expectation that you want to have fun and meet people and get to know your table mates. And...
Oh, yeah. Also have like water.
Okay, these are important things. Have water, have snacks.
Table buddies if you can.
Have table buddies.
Someone you can switch off with and get a breather.
Yeah.
Have a lockbox for your money.
Try and keep tabs of what you're selling. And
oh yeah, have a checklist of everything you sell so you know how much you made.
Yeah, so you can tick it off because you can forget stuff pretty...
And mark it off as soon as you exchange money because you'll start talking, you might make another sale, and you completely forgot if you marked off a book.
That is a squeaky
chair. Yes. So as soon as the exchange of money happens, grab your clipboard and go, phoop, another print. So you know. So you know how much you made at the end of the day.
I'm going to have to get you the yellow chair next time.
Really?
Yeah, you just...
That's kind of loud. I think everyone minds. Networking is also very good at cons, says Garen.
Yeah, I've met a lot of really
very
nice people
indeed,
at cons.
yes. Because, you know, basically anyone who's active in your industry is going to be there. So why not talk to them? Because you're not going to, like, find a more active person elsewhere. It's like they're at the con. they're doing what you want to do. You might as well get to know them because you're going to see them again.
Running into each other. And,
yeah, man. We ended up with like the same people at lots of cons, and then you're like, oh, it's that guy again.
Yeah, it just becomes a really fun reunion.
Yeah. My other tip is come to TCAF.
Yeah.
Because it's just awesome. It's free. It's amazing. You want to do it. Do you make the noise too? Do you mean the chair?
I just did that one time. It's mostly you.
Yeah. I think it's just me.
I'm not making much noise.
We're talking about chairs. Let's see. Indeed, do not underestimate the power of networking. Yes. It is very good. Friend of ours, is he not here? Where's Flux Fox? He, of all people, know the power of networking. It was like he talked up a storm and got to know, like, now he's like buddies with the Kill Shakespeare guys. Like he was their like official, unofficial photographer and ukulele player over at the Montreal Con. You know, so who knows what can happen, man? Just getting to know, just starting to talk to people, like crazy things open up. And sometimes it doesn't. Like you can't really go in expecting anything. It's just you just want to get to know people. Like be genuine. That's all anyone really wants. And if like stuff works out in your favor, that you know these people and they can hook you up, like all the better. But in the end, it's just cool to know people. I'm not really a networker in that respect because I'm not like, I need to get to know this guy to unlock the door for that and everything. It's to get access to this show. You know, some people are good at that. It's just not really a talent of
I think it's just, I don't think they see it as networking, though. It's more like you want to meet everybody. And you're like, hey, let's just, I don't think everybody does it so, like, calculating. Now I will know you, and then I will get this job contract because I will meet this person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TV Darner says Shaggy's the best at networking. He remembers every face he sees. Please tell me that's a sarcastic comment. Because I was approached at the subway, and someone was like, Shaggy! And I'm like, oh god, do I know him from grade school or high school? No, I don't know where high school was from, a job. I don't know where it's from, was a convention. I don't know. And then she's like, oh, I watched your show. I'm like, oh, thank god.
Because you were thinking it was guys with pencils again.
Every damn time. That friggin' Hines fella, he's got to either keep a beard or keep a picture of him with a beard. He's not allowed to shave. He's constantly messing with it.
Now he's not allowed to grow a beard.
He's got to choose. He's got to make a choice.
And sign a contract.
I don't care what his wife thinks. This is about me. He's got to choose. Does he want a beard or not a beard to appease me? It makes me sad.
Fantastic.
Because I don't like forgetting. Like, I'm not the greatest at remembering everything. There you go. So like it's kind of like you gotta use that thing where when you approach someone you're like, it's me from Blankety Blue. Because another guy I saw like the subway a couple weeks back, and he was like, oh hey Shaggy. I'm like, oh god, is he from high school? Is he from work? Where's he from? He's from that. I don't recognize him from this. And he's like, oh, we went to that wedding of that friend like way back when. I'm like, oh, I've only met you once in my life, so I feel better.
People are cool where it's like I don't know if they just drop it in anyway, or if they know you forgot their name, but they'll find a way to bring in a story where they say their own name. And then she said, well, I'm Michael. What? And I'm like, oh, thank you.
It's like, hey Shaggy. And I'm like, So anyway, I was talking to my mom today, and she said, Billy,
well, I mean,
you should go to school.
I'm
like, Billy,
see you sweating.
It's you. No, usually I don't even hide it too, because sometimes I'll do the hey. Other times I'll just squint and stare.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, look, you can't blame me. It's like we're all real. Just like, who the hell are you, and what do you want from me?
Just have a real moment.
I can't say as a scuba design that I have a hard time talking to people, but I just have a hard time remembering faces. That happens. I thought I was better at faces. Maybe I'm better at voices. Or at least I should have been if they were radio hosts and I still forget them. Like, networking, if done right, is just making friends with your friendliness. Awesomeness, says Karen. Exactly. That's true. Live it, be it, do it.
Agreed.
What time
right.
is it?
It should be. It shouldn't be a weird, creepy thing.
It's 8:55. I'm going to have to get rolling in the next bit because I got a shoot to get to, and I may call in sick and work because I felt miserable all today. I'm a little better now, but I feel like I'm going to be working all night, so I'm just going to be like,
Oh yeah, when you were saying you were up writing all night, you were writing all night on a Sunday night till 4 a.m., right?
Yeah, I got to work late that day.
How'd you get to work?
I think I woke up and jumped in a cab. I'm like, oh crap! It's not fancy. It's desperation.
I know.
But the writing was too good. I'm sorry.
No,
sometimes it happens.
You know what? You got to sacrifice.
Yeah, man. Sometimes you got to sacrifice your career.
At the end of the day, sometimes you really have to think about it. And I do this too, where I'm like, in 5 years, is this really going to matter? Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's kind of like, 10 years down the line.
Stuff sometimes. We're just like,
is someone going to be like, you know what? We were going to give you that promotion, but 10 years ago you came in 15 minutes late.
Yeah, like you really like you want to be good, but you don't really
Are you like what?
No, I'm just saying it's like no, not secrets, but it's like you obviously don't want to ever burn a bridge, but it's like it's weird. Sometimes you gotta just make those choices where it's like I just gotta do this creative thing, and then like
it's hard. Nothing's easy. You gotta pick what you want to do. Like in the end, it's always that Steve Jobs thing where it's like, if you wake up and you're looking in the mirror, you hate yourself every day. Stop it.
Chances are.
It was something like that. What he meant to say though was kind of like, if every day you're like, oh, this job, my soul. I'm like, go do what you want to do, or at least a bit of it. At least like log off some time in the evening and do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Like the crazy thing is, I've had these conversations with my film buddy, video guy, David Hull. And it's just like the barrier for being what you want to be is actually ludicrously easy to a certain degree. Mm-hmm. If someone asked you what you do and you're like, I am a film director, all of a sudden, you are a film director.
Or a liar.
Or a filthy liar. But the idea is, if you have the abilities to do it and no one has given you the title, like friggin' Palpatine hasn't said, "So be it, Jedi," to you, and now you're like, "I'm a Jedi." Like, if no one's called you something yet, just call yourself it and prove it. Mm-hmm. It's like no one else is gonna like call you randomly and be like, "Excuse me, I was flipping through the phone book and I ended up on your last name.
Well,
are you by chance a director?"
This was that
and
thing
you're
I
like,
was saying,
"I am."
This was the thing I was seeing on Twitter, where a lot of people would write as their tagline, like, aspiring artist.
Don't aspire.
But I was like, don't aspire, like, do it.
Yeah.
Like, and the first person you have to convince is yourself, because then it's like, I am an artist, I am doing this, and then every day you work to improve yourself and make yourself better. But when you're aspiring, it's like, I'm like, oh, okay, well, are you...
Yeah, like, if you're an aspiring guitar player, does that mean you're like, should I play the guitar today?
But like,
nah.
it's like, do you love it? Do you want to do it? It's like, just first
don't
call
aspire,
yourself it, own it. Yeah. And then people will be like, oh, but like aspiring doctor, and I'm like, well, I mean, obviously you're not going to operate on anyone, but
there's a difference. All right, let's put it this way:
it's about having the confidence to pursue it.
It's not
when
that.
You say aspiring, it's like, no, someday. But if you say artist, it's like, I will commit to every day getting a little bit better, because you're not going to wake up tomorrow and be an amazing artist. You know, it takes days and years, and it is every single day you do it, and it's the process that I think makes you the artist.
And even when you
it's choosing to go down that path. But
even when you are said artist, you're still learning new things. So technically, you could still be aspiring every single day. So like, and when people use that counter, being like, "Oh, aspiring doctor," it's like there's clearly a difference between something that's a job. I can say I'm an aspiring CEO of Google. You know, it's like that's just a filthy lie. You know,
but it's like, if you want to be an artist, if you're drawing every day, if you're doodling, then you're an artist.
Yeah,
like,
there you go.
I don't know.
Just freaking call it. So that's the thing. If you guys
I
are
just
like,
feel like if you're waiting for
someone to title
you, you're...
I didn't actually refer to myself as a proper writer until like after Silly Kingdom. Yeah. And I've been writing since like I was a kid. Like I've been writing for years, but like I was always like, well, I'm not paid to do it or anything like that. It's not my daily job, and I don't, write all the time. And it's just like, but it's just like at some point I'm like, you know what? I put the time into it when I do. I enjoy it. I'd like to do it more. Maybe I don't want to write in magazines or newspapers or TV series or something like that, but it's like I do write, or books, or what other things do I not write? Maybe I only write comics, but I'm still a writer, damn it. I don't have a novel on the way. Maybe I do. Just saying. Batman didn't aspire to be Batman, says Gene.
Yeah, Batman's Twitter
He became Batman as soon as the night of Crime Alley happened. There you go.
Like, what's the first thing he does all the time? It's not like, I'm just this guy. It's like, I am Batman. Like,
he owns
knows
it.
Who he is.
I think Batman owns it. You gotta own that
be like
stuff.
Batman. Be more like Batman.
So, like, don't just, like, call yourself something if you're not trying to do it at all. But, like, if you want to be it, just be it. If you want to be the writer of something...
Like you were saying with the Kill Shakespeare, don't wait for someone else to give that to you. Is vindicate the word?
Vindicate? Validate?
Validate? Yeah, don't, validate yourself. Because, at the end of the day, you're the one that's sitting there doing all the drawing and working with yourself. And, so be nice to yourself. Is, I guess, the message.
It's like, don't want to be a bee. I don't mean, like, be a bee. Let's try that again. Let's take out the don't want to be B. I was trying to do like the be like a second.
Isn't that the Rocky Horror Picture Show thing?
What?
Don't dream it, be it.
Don't dream it.
There we go.
Be it.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that. Or my mind will snap.
That's a good song.
Anywho, things are wrapping up. I gotta get rolling. It's been a good hour, good experiment. If you guys enjoyed, how do you think you're doing? It's looking good.
Thanks. Probably put a couple more filters on it, add some lens flare.
Chrome.
Snazzy it up a bit.
Lens flare.
I'm not loving the way the colors are blending.
No.
But I'll go at it again. Yeah. Okay. Should we switch back to regular cam?
Oh, for the sign out?
Yeah.
I feel like we should end with like a song, but I don't have one.
Jeez, I don't.
Switch.
Okay.
Hi. Well, that was this episode of Shanahanigans Live Season 2. I'm glad we somehow found something to talk about because none of us lived this week. But glad you guys joined us. Be sure to, I think you can follow this show so we don't have to keep telling you what's happening. You'll get notifications and stuff. We'll keep telling you. We're not just going not telling no one anymore. But be sure to follow this show. It's going to be, I think 8 o'clock seems to work for more or less. Gives me nap time before the show. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's good. Nap time helps out.
Yeah.
Fish just shows us, oh, here's the Pokemon thing. And we're going to sneak in at the last minute. This better be the best damn Pokemon thing. I'll say it in a minute. But, of course, the contest we talked about, if you want all those books over on that table over there.
Should I go grab them?
Let me see my finger. Over there.
Maybe if
you see those books there.
If you switch to this, maybe we can. Oh no, we can't. It doesn't have a screen. I was gonna rotate it.
No.
Here, I'll bring them.
If you want to win,
yes, it is all digital. I was wrong on.
Yes. If you want to win all the books or a bunch of them, we got Flight Volume 8. We've got Silly Kingdom. We've got Cautionary Tales and Fairy Tales. We got a bunch of art prints. It's all gonna be absolutely free, and all you gotta do is, despite whether you hate Facebook or not. If you want this, you gotta go to our Shanahanigans Facebook page and like it. If you already did, you already entered.
Yeah.
On Halloween! Why do I keep cracking my voice? On Halloween!
Oh, Jim the guy!
On Halloween night! Is it Halloween night proper?
Yeah, it's gonna be actually Halloween. So we're gonna...
Is anyone gonna even be watching them?
Are you guys all trick-or-treating?
Or we can, technically if we have the software, we can count twists running around the city.
Yeah, I guess we could do that.
Or not count twist, live stream. But that would eat up my, bandwidth, huge, my data plan. Or we'll set up the laptop and we'll be outside the whole time. We'll figure something out.
Cooper Design says, yes, can we post links?
In what? In this? Can you post links in this chat? Oh no. The other chat didn't, let's do it. If you want to win all these, head over to Shanahanigans, S-H-A-N.
Oh, A-H-A-N.
I-G-A-N-S. The Facebook page. Like it. It's also on our, we'll tweet it and all that good stuff. And also, you want to be on that page too, because right now that's where the most up-to-date information comes. For the stuff we're doing beyond that, we also have the Silly Kingdom website, sillykingdom.com. Katie's got her
we're
thing.
so spread out that we have this Facebook.
Yeah. The Facebook is where everything converges in the one
it's
intersection.
It's not really a place where I post all my drawings, though, because then it's just...
You kind of got to start at the Facebook, and then you go out from there.
But at least it gives... When we're working on bigger projects, we'll be talking about them there and sharing stuff with them, too. But right now, it's just a way to see what we're both up to without having to, where's their Twitter, where's their link, where's everything.
There's a website in the works. Forever. It's been 2 years. You want to do that, you're going to want to check out the Twitters and the Tumblrs, of course. Katie Shy, Jaggy Shan, they're all fun. The book, of course, is Silly Kingdom. It is now, because 1 year anniversary has come to pass, it is now dirt cheap to get yourself a copy, and your favorite friends or your enemies, or your frenemies, be them as they may.
Yes.
You get it for 99 cents for digital. That's highway robbery. We make nothing on that. You want to get yourself a copy of that?
PayPal takes 30 cents.
PayPal, you're paying PayPal more than you're paying us. Physical copy is now, what, $6? Is it?
$6.
$6 signed. How many do we got left?
Oh, there are...
We shipped quite a few, actually, in the last...
40 copies
Wait a
left.
minute. 40 left. And this is the last of this. You like Perfect Bound? This is the end, because we're never doing that again. It's expensive.
Yeah.
Now, if you want a Perfect Bound copy of Silly Kingdom, you're going to want to get yourself a copy, or tell your friends if they haven't yet to check it out. Go to sillykingdom.com. Beyond that, of course, the other musings. Shaggy Shan on YouTube. I got new stuff coming. Hopefully, one new video each month, or I'm just going to be too tired. We'll see what happens. Until Christmas, and then I got to do other things. I have a couple of videos planned. There's some rants. It's funny that in this mentions singing. Not saying nothing, though. Not saying nothing.
No. Oh, I know it. Wait.
No. The show Shenanigans Live. Hopefully you guys will be here with us next week. Oh, you can't post links on here either?
Oh, dang.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
wait,
what is it?
Did he actually say the thing about Pokemon? I'm really curious now. You've got, 30 seconds to say something about Pokemon. It's called Pokemon's Project.
Is that what?
He says it's funny. I don't know.
If you write the, if you put it .com, as in dot in brackets, and then write com after it, we can just figure it
out. Oh, okay. We'll do that. Cool. I got nothing else to say. I gotta get going.
Yeah, I think
this has been a fun experiment.
Yeah.
I think if you guys are cool with Cam Twist, if you're cool with this action, woo!
Oh no, we're on the the original one, not the lag.
What?
We're watching the lag.
Oh.
I was like, why is nothing?
So did I do some weird things and made myself awkward? If you like this setup.
Oh, there we are. Oh, we're still on my screen.
Yes. If you like this setup,
whoops,
you'll enjoy the rest of the shows. See us every Wednesday. Good?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm good. I don't know how to stop this show.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, there
stop.
it is.
There's a big stop button.
See you guys.
Bye.